Hello, Capricorn. This is Maritza of the Sybil, excuse me, of the Sybil heart, and this is your April tarot reading. I have been doing this kind of exercise where I take a Mexican bingo set and I choose a card that I feel represents a sign. And for the sign of Capricorn, I chose el nopal, or the cactus, because well, from personal experience, I've always felt that Capricorns are a bit prickly, but they are also very down to earth and grounded and logical. And I feel like the cactus, well, specifically the nopal cactus, gives fruit. It's very delicious. I think they're called prickly pears in English. And then also the parts of the cactus are used as a food, to make some kind of appetizer salad. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but in Spanish they're called nopalitos, or little cactuses. And it's quite tasty. Yeah, so that's why I feel like Capricorn is best represented by the cactus, because it's it's prickly, but it provides sustenance. It's the stuff of the earth. I was going to choose the mermaid, as it was either the mermaid, the frog, or the umbrella, because all three of those things are, in one way or another, they deal with water but also land. So like the frog is amphibious, the mermaid is half fish, half human, and the umbrella stops the rain while you're walking. I don't know, I felt like that was very water earth, and that represents the actual half fish, half goat type of thing happening. It's a half sea creature, half land animal type thing. But anyway, I ended up choosing the cactus. So it's card number 39 if you have your own loteria set. So yeah. Okay, so on with the reading. Let's see what the tarot has in store for Capricorn. What message do you have for Capricorn? What message do you have for Capricorn? Ooh. The Ten of Pentacles, very earthy card. The Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of pentacles lately, so that's interesting. Okay. So, seeing these three cards together is making me think that there's a rift or a division between, so it could be family, but what I'm picking up more is it's a rift or a division between friends. I'm not sure exactly why the friendship thing is stronger, but I'm gonna roll with it. Let's see what happens. There's also, okay, so here's what's also popping out at me. Some of you may not like this interpretation, but I feel like it is my duty to say it. So the Six of Swords is a card about jumping over, or like I guess sneaking away. But my this is gonna sound really silly, but my psychological studies, training, what have you, or like, I guess not that, but like the associations I have with what's coming up, it's like this is a time to try to do some ancestor work. And the reason I say that is because that's a way to, as they say, jump over the hedge, which is one way of saying to cross over, or like contact the spirits or commune with the spirits, in a very ritualistic way. So some of you may totally understand why that's a thing that needs to happen. Some of you will totally think I'm bananas and dismiss that, but it's quite a strong push for me, so I'm going to say that. But of course, you don't have to listen to that if that's not what you're here for. Okay, so other than that, I do see the rift between relationships, especially friendships and family. It might be a thing where you are trying to escape or like run away from an issue until it all like blows over or dissipates, and like everyone involved kind of forgets that it happened or ignores that it happened. But this time around, you're seeing that you feel healthier or better when at least for right now, I'm not saying this should be a permanent thing, but for right now, you feel better when there's less of these people around. So there are a certain few that you will maintain in your circle, and the rest will come as they go. Or like, what's that saying? First come, first serve. Like if they show up, they show up, and if they don't, they don't, you know? Okay. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. So, okay, so this is a emotionally and spiritually turbulent time. And I feel like that is why the spiritualness that I was talking about before was coming through. And I think it's because of this thing that's happening, this rift. In a kind of roundabout way, it's kind of restored your hope or your spiritual awareness that there's something missing. And the reason I'm like questioning it is because I usually don't associate the pentacles with the very spiritual side, but it's coming through. It's coming through quite strongly. So I feel like I have to talk about it. Okay. So the reason that your spirituality is sort of re-emerging or emerging if it's your first time being a spiritual person, is because you have distanced yourself from the people that were blocking you from attaching. They were blocking you from becoming aware of your spirituality for one reason or another. And once you distance yourself from them, that spirituality began to make you aware that it was something that was missing from your life. And so you may begin to experiment with different modes of spirituality. Or you could return to the one that you grew up with. That is up to you to figure out. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very solitary, no, that's not the right word. Independent card, self-reliant. Lots of pentacles for Capricorn. I'm thinking this is something you feel more comfortable doing on your own rather than relying on some kind of spiritual leader, or some kind of like group thing. Okay, that's all that's coming out for that. The Ace of Cups is the next card. So here is a very spiritual card. It overflows with the abundance of spirituality. There's something that, like, once you unlock the spirituality that, like, works for you, that makes you feel closer to being complete or whole, this, or even like once you find the spiritual mode that helps you become self-aware and makes you want to grow and develop into a more complete and better person, it will unlock an abundance or even overabundance of empathy and understanding for your fellow people, especially the people involved in the situation that we were talking about before, whatever that was. Maybe you understand them and you now or will in the future, and you can help them understand and grow as well. But me as a person, I would say that I would urge caution. Like, don't try to sway them into the spirituality that you've found. Instead, just have a conversation with them. Talk to them about why the situation bothered you, and why you had to distance yourself from them because blah 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 thing. And I also feel like Capricorns are very private about things like spirituality, so I think that's just like inherently in your nature. So, I mean, I guess you can say, you can say whatever you want, of course, but it just depends on the person you're speaking to. If they're open to the idea of spirituality or talking about something that's different from their own spirituality, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know really how they'll take it. So I would just urge caution, is what I'm saying. Okay, and the final card is, I'm going to pull from the bottom of the deck. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, but the Queen of Swords. So, it's interesting that I was just talking about, like, taking a cautious approach when the Queen of Swords is very much about that. She's very cautious, very logical, So one thing that's happening is that I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords together. Like, they're both popping out at me, and I'm thinking the words that keep popping out are, you're better off alone, but I don't think that's the message. I think what it's trying to say is, be careful of getting to that point where that's the belief you have. I think what is actually being said is, you're better off alone until you can figure out for yourself what's happening. Or like, you're better off alone until, so it's like a very temporary aloneness until you can find what you're looking for. I think that's what's actually being said. And once you find what you're looking for, you're going to feel more self-reliant, independent, even if it's just spiritually and not like monetarily or whatever. And then once you find that, you can help those that want to be helped, because there are sometimes when people don't want to be helped, to stand on their own 2 feet, spiritually speaking, if they want. So I think that's the end of this message. Okay, that is it for this reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.